In Los Angeles, a thief sneaks up on his victim. He knocks her over, punching her. She fights back. He slams her against the wall and beats her down. All this to steal her cell phone.
It can happen to anybody. You just need to be careful.
In San Francisco, this unsuspecting woman has her cell phone snatched right out of her hands. In Baltimore, thieves knocked this victim out. Among the items stolen, his cell phone. They even strip him naked as onlookers revel at the inhumanity. Sometimes the thieves are desperate enough to walk into a cell phone store and take phones at gunpoint.
This has really become such a moneymaker for the criminals that they're using all types of violence to get these phones. Shocking things. We had a woman who's pushing a baby stroller, middle of the day, Capitol Hill, nice neighborhood. Suspect comes up, punches her in the face, essentially knocks her out, breaks her jaw, and takes the phone.
Even as the overall crime rate has been falling, phone theft has been rising. According to the FCC, over the last year, roughly 1 out of every 3 robberies nationwide have involved the theft of a cell phone.
We're talking hundreds of cell phones, thousands?
Thousands nationwide. I just tried surveying other major city chiefs around the country, and the numbers are really staggering.
In the last 4 years in Washington, D.C. alone, 6,611 cell phones have been reported stolen. The number stolen last year jumped a whopping 54% compared to 2007. Thieves love stealing cell phones because they can be quickly resold on the street. To be blunt, when thieves see your cell phone, they see dollars.
It's the equivalent of walking down the street with $500 or $600 cash in your hand.
You walk around, you think of this phone as a utility. You don't think anything of showing it to everyone. But would you walk down the street with a wad of 20s right up by your face? I don't think so.
Police say stolen cell phones are being sold on the street out of the trunks of cars, in pawn shops, or online with services like Craigslist for $50 to $600 a pop. Nightline spent a week with Portland, Oregon property theft detectives, and they said the internet is providing a new gateway to fence stolen items, including cell phones.
The majority of the people are legitimate. They're trying to sell stuff and people are trying to buy stuff, but it's also given the criminal element kind of a pawn shop that they can do off of their phone, and they can just post the thing, and it's pretty anonymous. And then they arrange to meet you somewhere in a parking lot somewhere.
Today, the FCC, along with major carriers Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, and AT&T, announced plans to slow the epidemic. They plan to create a national database to track cell phone thefts and then to block their reactivation. The plan is to make stolen cell phones junk.
What we're announcing here today will make a stolen cell phone about as worthless as an empty wallet.
But will the database really work?
The idea that the cell phone companies can remotely brick a phone that's been stolen, that's huge in deterring the crime of cell phone theft that's growing rapidly.
You'll still have to buy a new phone if yours is stolen. The idea is that thieves will eventually stop robbing people of their phones if they quickly become inoperable. Authorities warn that your smartphone is also a potential treasure trove for identity theft, because some of us keep all kinds of personal information on it. But there are things you can do to protect yourself and your phone.
3 main things you want to do. Number 1, you want to have a passcode to unlock your screen. That'll slow down the thief. Next, you want to install an app before you lose the phone that allows you to track it remotely via GPS, and most importantly, erase all of the sensitive data that's on there if you find out it's fallen into the wrong hands.
Remember, you and your phone are a target. You don't want this to happen to you. For Nightline, I'm Pierre Thomas in Washington.